On December 4th, 1993, Christmas was coming when you have fun to take a tree, take pictures of your family, and get a chance to meet Santa. But in 1993, the Christmas special was going to be great until it ended up in the worst Christmas day ever. On December 24th, 1993, the Auckland to Auckland Express was heading towards Auckland. The train consists of KA 149 with 5 second class cars, 4 first class cars, a guards van, and a baggage car. At 3 p.m., the train was heading to Auckland. It was on its way, has 285 passengers with it. At 8 o'clock, systems picked up turned out and a car was going through, and the road bridge, along with the river bridge when the express was supposed to come, collapsed. The train stopped at a station to pick up and drop off passengers unaware of the danger. About the time the express was on its way to Auckland, the train had 285 passengers with it, along with crew. The train departed the station at 10:10 p.m. on its way. As passengers were taking a nap, having cups of coffee, and getting ready to go to bed, one girl was spotting the mountains for a second, and after that she went to sleep. At 10:20 a.m., a truck showed up with some family who were on their way to a destination until they stopped. It turned out that the road bridge, along with the train bridge, has eventually washed away, and even worse, the express was heading towards it. The driver of the truck grabbed towards her and head towards the railroad tracks to be able to stop the train before it goes over the bridge. As the truck operator heads to the tracks and began flagging down the train, the engineer on board the train saw what's going on. He saw the torch. He wondered what's going on, and turned out that he knew what happened. The engineer, along with the fireman, quickly applied the brakes on the express, and hopefully they will stop just in time before they went over to the Ohio River. But it was too late. At 6 seconds later, the express fell off the tracks and into the river below. KA 149 and all 5 second class cars fell into the river below, taking all the passengers in the cars with them. A rumbling says the 6th car was into the bridge, as the rest of the cars into the river were washed away by the Ohio. As the 6th car was hanging on the bridge, the passengers were still connected to the remaining 5 cars. As the truck driver who tried to stop the train pulled in and told the passengers on the 6th car to get out of there quickly as possible, along with the conductor. But moments after the driver's arrival, the 6th car began tilting into the river, 50 feet deep. As the 6th car went into the river, surprisingly, no one was injured on that car. That as the driver and the conductor tried to break windows to get the passengers on the 6th car on top of the carriage, they tried their best not to get hurt, as they quickly opened windows to get the passengers out. After some of the windows were broke and all the passengers tried their best to get out before the car keeps turning into the harbor, amazingly all the passengers were managed to get out of the car, just in time. After 2 hours, the horror finally resides, and remains left is twisted metal and wreckage everywhere. The engine with the tender, along with some coaches, remain on the other side, as the other cars were not so lucky and managed to swap away by the Rahar. All the cars were completely destroyed. It looks like it's a zombie attack on anything, but except this is a train wreck when it ended up in the river. As all the passengers on the 5 carriages of the second-class cars, miraculously only 28 people survived. 20 others were never found. In the end, 151 people were dead. It was one of the worst wrecks in New Zealand's history. A couple of days to the wreck, people were wondering what caused this to happen and why. The investigation was caused by an underwater volcano off the mountains, and caused a harbor with thousands of water into the river and creating more damage, and it destroys everything, including the bridges as well. The judge had no one to blame. It was a train of events that could not have been stopped in time. In the end, KA 149 was damaged beyond repair and scrapped, along with the coaches that fell into the river below. Today, a memorial stand of the wreck on Christmas Eve in 1953. 3 months later, the bridge was rebuilt into a very stronger to make sure this train wreck would never happen again. 2011, Tangiwai, A Love Story was a movie released on that day. It's been like 65 years since this crash, but thanks for the inspection of bridges, and make sure that police are check the bridges before any Wahar come. This accident will maybe never happen again.